Alright, I'm doing this video here because I found this really, really amazing story of something that occurred not too long ago, actually here in the United States. It says here, student claims he drank his own urine after being forgotten at holding cell for 5 days. So I'll just read you the article, and you can look up, just type the title into like a search engine and find it in yourself. But here we go. It says here, the Drug Enforcement Administration issued an apology Wednesday to a California student who was picked up during a drug raid and left in a holding cell for several days without food, water, or access to a toilet. DEA San Diego Special Agent in Charge William R. Sherman said in his statement, that he was troubled by the treatment of Daniel Chong, and extended his deepest apologies to him. It says here the agency is investigating how its agents forgot about Chong. Chong, 23, was never arrested. That's important, He was never going to be charged with a crime and should have been, released, said a law enforcement official who was briefed on the DEA case and spoke on the condition of anonymity. So basically, habeas corpus kind of says that, you have to be charged with a crime, to be taken inside to, any police establishment. If they're going to hold you against your will, they have to have some case upon you. Now it says here, Chong told, UT San Diego that he drank his own urine to survive, and that he bit into his glasses, that is, to break them, and tried to use a shard to scratch "Sorry Mom" on his arm. Okay. The engineering student at the University of California, San Diego, was swept up as one of the 9 suspects in an April 21st drug raid that netted 18,000 ecstasy pills, other drugs, and weapons. Chong told DEA agents, said DEA agents told him he would be released. One agent even promised to drive him home from the DEA field office in Kearney. What happened there? 1 second, friends. Refreshed itself. From the DEA field office in Kearney Mesa, he said. Instead, he was, returned to a holding cell to await release. He also said the lights went out at one point and stayed off for several days. So now he's sitting in his holding cell without a bathroom, and no light for several days. Sherman said that the event is not indicative of the high standards to which he holds his employees. He says he has, personally ordered an extensive review of his office's policies and procedures. Chong said he could hear the muffled voices of agents outside his windowless cell and the sound of the door of the next cell being opened and closed. He kicked and screamed as loud as he could. His cries for help went unheard. I had to recycle my own urine, he said. I had to do what I had to do to survive. When he was found on April 25th, he was taken to a hospital and treated for cramps, dehydration, and a perforated lung. Like blood in your lungs, like suffocate to death? Yeah. The result of ingesting some of the broken glass. When they opened the door, one of them said, "Here's the water you've been asking for," Chong said. But I was pretty out of it at the time. Chong had also ingested a white powder DEA agent said was left on the cell accidentally, and later identified as methamphetamine. He described having hallucinations, saying, "I was completely insane." Chong's attorney, Eugene Iredell, said that he plans to file a claim against the federal government, and if it's denied, he will proceed with filing a federal lawsuit. I'm sorry about my reading there. It's kind of hard to read through this little LCD screen in the back of the camera. But anyway, this is a really, really sad article, because I thought in my lifetime I would never see something like this in my home country. The United States prides itself on, having freedoms and liberties and respecting, people who are being charged with crimes until, they are proven guilty. I mean, this was just unbelievable when I heard this story. It's a little extreme. It's a little bit sad. But anyway, we have to remember that the DEA, wasn't it Elvis Presley? Wasn't he a special member of the DEA itself, that whole organization? Yeah, there's just too many fishy things going on here. I just it's too much of a story to kind of let go. I thought I had to share it. There.